Our brains evolved in a world vastly different from the one we inhabit today. For millennia, survival depended on our ability to seek food, find shelter, and navigate complex social structures. Our brains developed intricate systems to reward these behaviors, ensuring our continued existence. Fast forward to the digital age, and we find ourselves bombarded with stimuli designed to hijack these ancient reward systems. Social media platforms, in particular, have become masters at exploiting our innate desires for connection, validation, and novelty. Each notification, like, or comment triggers a surge of dopamine, the neurochemical associated with pleasure and reward. This constant stimulation creates a feedback loop that can be difficult to escape. Our brains, wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain, become addicted to the quick hits of dopamine delivered by our devices. We find ourselves scrolling endlessly, sacrificing our time, focus, and even our well-being in pursuit of the next digital fix. But this pursuit comes at a cost. By surrendering our attention to the digital clamor, we diminish our capacity for deep work, meaningful relationships, and genuine happiness. It is time to break free from the social media trap and reclaim our focus, our time, and our lives. Dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter. It plays a crucial role in motivation, reward, and pleasure. When we engage in activities that our brains perceive as beneficial, such as eating or socializing, dopamine is released, reinforcing these behaviors. Social media platforms have cleverly tapped into this system. The act of scrolling through our feeds, encountering a constant stream of likes, comments, and shares, triggers a surge of dopamine. This reinforces the behavior, making us more likely to repeat it. The problem is that this dopamine loop can quickly spiral into addiction. The more we engage with social media, the more our brains become accustomed to these dopamine hits. We begin to crave them, feeling compelled to check our phones constantly, even when we know we should be focusing on other things. This addiction to digital stimulation can have significant consequences for our mental and emotional well-being. It can lead to increased anxiety, depression, and feelings of loneliness and isolation. By understanding the role of dopamine in this process, we can begin to break free from the cycle of addiction and reclaim control over our attention. In an age of constant distraction, maintaining focus has become a Herculean task. Our attention is constantly being pulled in 1,000 different directions, leaving us feeling scattered, overwhelmed, and unable to engage deeply with the world around us. This focus crisis is having a profound impact on our happiness and well-being. When we are constantly distracted, we are unable to fully experience the present moment. Our minds are always elsewhere, consumed by thoughts of the past or anxieties about the future. This inability to focus also diminishes our capacity for deep work and creativity. The kind of work that brings us joy and fulfillment often requires sustained attention and deep immersion. When our minds are constantly being interrupted by notifications and digital distractions, it becomes nearly impossible to achieve this state of flow. The consequences of this constant distraction are far-reaching. It affects our relationships, our work, and our overall sense of well-being. By reclaiming our focus, we can begin to reverse these negative effects and live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. Social media promises connection. It offers us a window into the lives of friends, family, and even strangers, creating the illusion of a vast and interconnected social network. However, this illusion often masks a deeper truth. The more time we spend in the digital realm, the less connected we feel to the real world around us. Our genuine human connection requires presence, vulnerability, and shared experiences. It thrives on face-to-face interactions, where we can read each other's body language, hear the nuances in our voices, and experience the world together. Social media, on the other hand, often promotes a curated version of ourselves. We present a highlight reel of our lives, carefully selecting the photos, stories, and updates we share with the world. This can create a sense of inadequacy and comparison as we measure ourselves against the carefully constructed images of others. True connection requires us to put down our devices, step away from the digital noise, and engage with the world and the people around us in a meaningful way. It is in these real-world interactions that we find genuine connection, support, and belonging. The social media addiction loop is a powerful force. It preys on our innate desires for connection, validation, and novelty, keeping us tethered to our devices even when we know we should be doing other things. The cycle begins with a trigger, often a notification or a feeling of boredom or loneliness. This triggers a craving for the dopamine rush that comes with checking our phones. We give in to the craving, scrolling through our feeds, liking, commenting, and sharing, further reinforcing the addictive behavior. This cycle can repeat itself countless times throughout the day, robbing us of our time, focus, and clarity. We become slaves to the algorithm, our attention held hostage by the endless stream of content designed to keep us engaged. Breaking free from this loop requires conscious effort and a willingness to confront the underlying reasons why we feel compelled to stay connected. It requires us to identify the triggers that send us down the rabbit hole of social media and to develop healthier coping mechanisms for dealing with boredom, loneliness, and stress. The first step towards breaking free from the social media trap is to simply disconnect. Choose one day out of your week and commit to a complete digital detox. Put away your phone, turn off your notifications, and resist the urge to check your feeds. Instead of scrolling, spend time engaging in activities that nourish your mind, body, and spirit. Go for a walk in nature, read a book, have a conversation with a loved one, or simply sit in silence and allow yourself to be fully present in the moment. This day of disconnection may feel challenging at first, but it is an important step in reclaiming your attention and rediscovering the joys of living in the real world. You may be surprised by how much you enjoy the break from the constant digital noise and how much more present and engaged you feel in your own life. This experiment is not about demonizing technology or advocating for a life completely devoid of digital connection. It is about reclaiming your attention, setting healthy boundaries, and rediscovering the joys of living in the real world.